says I'm starting the stream, so I'm starting the stream. Who put the mic that way? It's kids touching the equipment. No one's watching that. No one's watching yet. Hold on. I gotta send a few texts. Show is on. Okay, I am done. Hello. Big summer blowout. Hello. My name is B. This is B Talks a Lot. If you can read that though as the title on this video. Hello watcher. How you doing? So I'm B. This is B Talks a Lot. This is my first show of the semester. And hello. I've been very stressed lately. I must say I'm unhappy with my current situation. Looking to change my current situation. So it's very stressful because, sometimes I wish it was a turtle. Because turtles can walk around with their whole house on their back. Like, turtles can make friends, but they got their whole house on their back. Just on their back. This lighting really makes my cheekbone look good. I don't think I really have a cheek. I don't know. Ugh. By the way, off topic for a second, I shaved my head for the new year. I am hairless. I can't do an accent. My girlfriend let me know that every accent I do comes out sounding the same. So don't expect me to ever do a good accent. But that's okay, because I never said that was a strength. Anyway, looking to change my situation. And turtles have their whole house on their back. And I don't have that. I'm not a turtle. I don't have my whole house on my back. So it's very hard to change my situation. I look like I have a widow's peak. I'm down with it. I'm down. If you're my mom or possibly Tori, you know that I have this weird thing where I want a widow's peak. So I'll take this weird lighting. I do not have widow's peak. I pretend I do, but I don't. Look. No widow's peak. Oh, okay. Anyway. So I wish I was a turtle. Because I would like to migrate to someplace warmer. With some beaches and a place to ride my skateboard. Oh my god. I didn't even think of that. I'm looking to get a skateboard soon. I've been looking to get a skateboard soon since last winter. But I'm looking to get a skateboard soon. I actually am kind of picking one out. If I get a skateboard and I migrate, I can ride it. I could actually ride it. That's so great. Good looks. I haven't said good looks in a while. I'm losing myself. I like to say good looks. 2 people watching. Hello. Oh, it says 0.5 messages a minute. Someone sent a message. Hi, Mom. Hello. Okay, so one person's my mom. Who was the other person? Anyway, when I say migrate to someplace warmer, I really only think of one place. Like, I say it kind of oh, where am I going? I don't know what that means. I'm mysterious. It's where am I going? Where do I want to go? Pay no attention to my hat. Um, pay no attention to my hat. It has nothing to do with this conversation. um, I. Shh. Shh. Anyway, I tell my cousin to call me yesterday, and what does he do? He just texts me today. So helpful. Anyway, um, I say I want to go someplace warmer, and I'm mysterious about it. I'm like, just warm. Heat, warmth. But where? Where is that? Is it like Hawaii? Australia? I can't do an Australian accent either. Sorry, I can't. Australia, Hawaii, Texas. I can't do that accent either. California. Somewhere in the Bible Belt. No. Florida, perhaps the Bahamas, Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want it. I want to go to the Bermuda Triangle. I find that fascinating. Bermuda Triangle. Where am I talking about? Could I even be talking about South America, even though I just want to point out, basically failed Spanish. I didn't. I always say that, but I didn't actually. I did complete 2 years of Spanish in high school. Can't speak a lick of Spanish, but did complete it. Probably not South America. Probably not out of the country. Although, Australia does seem appealing. The issue with Australia is I hear, hello, new watcher. I only texted 3 people. So there's only so many options of who this could be. Australia does sound appealing as a warm place to go. But the issue is that I've heard Australia is not very LGBT plus friendly. And I am one of those letters in the alphabet soup. So, I am. I was gonna say a BLT. Like I am one of the letters in the BLT. But people would get offended if I said that. So yeah, I'm one of the letters in the alphabet soup. So I don't know if Australia is good, even though like they have really nice accents. It's very warm. They also have like crazy bugs. I must have offended someone because someone left. They also have crazy bugs, like crazy bugs. Like there are videos of like spiders that are like bigger than my head in Australia. There's also like videos of like snakes falling through ceilings because they're fighting in Australia. Australia's like a crazy place. Like it's really crazy, and I don't know if that's like a good place for me. I do find it fascinating, and it's very warm, but I don't think it's like the place for me. So I guess that leaves the United States. There's only so many places you can go that are warm, and I don't know. I don't know where I might go. No idea. No clue. No clue at all. Oh, weird. But yeah, I just wish I could be a turtle. I wish I could be a turtle so I could carry my house on my back and I could go cool places. And it sounds like I want to live in a van. I don't want to live in a van. They don't have showers. Where do they shower? I want to know. I feel like living in a van is like optimal for like a boy, but I'm not a boy. Like, I feel like that's okay. Like my cousin Nick, he doesn't carry a lot of stuff. Like he could probably live in a van. Like, and I don't mean like some random RV. I mean, like one of those like pretty like millennial, did a van up, bought a bus, and we renovated it kind of thing. Like I feel like he could live in something like that, and he would be perfectly fine because he could probably like park it on the beach and sleep there. And I could totally see him doing that kind of thing for like a year or something. But I don't know. Sounds fun. Sounds like a lot though. Sounds like a lot. I hate the cold. I know. All right. I'm in New York, right? It's not Alaska. The sun comes up. It's not Alaska. It's not Siberia. Not Canada. It's not that bad. We don't get extreme blizzards. We don't get nothing. Okay, it's cold. Okay, it is currently. I don't know. It's currently good. I totally swiped away the fucking weather. It is. I don't know. It is 28 degrees outside. I don't like the cold. I can't do it. That's frustrating. That's so frustrating. I don't like the cold. I don't like the cold. It's really funny. I am like a quarter Eastern European. And by Eastern European, I mean really white people. And they're really white because they're cold. Like they're cold. They're so cold that they're really pale. That's like a quarter of me. And I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not a fan. And granted, like, I'm not like, oh my god, I love the summer. I love sweating my body off. I don't like feeling like I am a sauna walking, okay? It's not fun either. But I would rather go outside in the heat. Okay? I'd rather go outside in the heat. Because also, fun fact, if I don't like the heat, neither do bugs, okay? But bugs in New York don't care. Like, bugs in New York will literally light a fire and, like, warm up their hands in front. I swear there are cockroaches big enough to do it. So, no, not New York. I love New York as a city. I can't do it, though. I can't do the cold because in New Jersey, it's like, all right, it's this cold. It is. It's this cold, especially since, like, I live near the shore. It's this cold. But do you know what? We have cars. I don't like New Jersey. I'm not a fan of New Jersey. But we have cars. We have giant heaters. We just get into a warm box and we go places. Here, I actually have to go out in the cold. I actually have to freeze. I don't like it. Not a fan. I'm not a fan. I can't do it. And I don't know if I'd love sweating my face off. But I think I'd rather sweat my face off than like jump in the ocean. I don't know. That probably won't happen. But like I'd rather sweat my face off than freeze to death because I can't take my hands out of my pockets. And I know people are like, "Well, why don't you wear gloves?" I want to take my hands out of my pocket so I can text. You can't text with gloves. You can't. My mom has gone through gloves. I have gone through gloves. Countless people have gone through gloves. You cannot text with gloves on, okay? And I had fingerless gloves. I love fingerless gloves. But it's so cold that even if I wore fingerless gloves, or even like those mitten things, my hands would freeze. I can't take my hands out of my pockets. I can't. I have to walk like all the time. And I hate it. I hate it. My family and my girlfriend complain all the time because they're like, it's really windy. I can't hear you when I'm walking outside. And I'm like, well, that's because I can't hold the phone up to my ear because it's too cold. So I have to wear my headphones because my headphones insulate and they make my head warmer. I can't take my hands out of my pockets. hate it. I hate it so much. Awful. It's absolutely awful. And like, I don't really want to hear anything from anybody that's like, oh, well, I'm from somewhere colder. And it's not that bad. Because generally, 9 out of 10 people who don't live in New York City own a car. Or get into a car. It's fucking cold. I don't want to hear anything from anybody that just like, oh, it's so cold. No, I just turned my heater up in my car. Vroom, vroom. I don't want to hear anything. I don't. You know, I can't. My thermostat in my room is broken right now. It's been broken for about 2 weeks. It's probably my fault it's broken. Because it was getting too cold in my room. Okay? And it was only getting too cold in my room because the AC was blasting cold. I should have accepted this, though. Okay? Because now I don't have anything. Because we have the window open, so it gets really cold. Or we have a space heater, so it gets really hot. So basically, I can't win. Okay? And like, I just want my thermostat back. So I don't live in a comfortable temperature. Like, there's not a moment in the day where I'm like, I'm so comfortable. So comfortable. There's not. Because I'm either freezing or I'm cold. I'm either freezing or I'm hot in my room where I live. Or I'm dying of the frozen tundra that is New York City. I can't do it. And people are like, well, you just want to go somewhere warmer because seasonal depression and it's really cold outside. And I'm like, yeah, that is why. Who purposely wants to subject themselves to being unhappy, even for half the year? Like, I want to know who in their right mind is like, you know, it's fine. I'm only unhappy half the year. That's like not that bad. I mean, I'm happy for half the year. It's like, I understand glass is half full kind of thing. But this is like the glass is half full of mold and half full of water. Like, that doesn't make me want that water. That doesn't make me want the water at all. That doesn't make me want that glass. Like, I don't want to look at that. Like, what? Glass is half full. I'm not being cynical. I'm not being cynical and I'm not being negative. I'm being honest. Who in their right mind is like, well, damn, I know I'm cold and sad now, but it's only 6 more months until summer. What? I gotta wait a whole half a year? A whole half a year to be decent, content? No, thank you. No, thank you. I would rather sweat my eyes out of their sockets. I would rather be so hot that it feels like my eyes are melting, which is probably what's going to happen if I get to go where I want to go. But you know what? At least I won't be cold. It'll be winter. And my family will be like, oh, it just snowed up here. And I'm going to be like, really? I'm wearing shorts today. It's pretty warm. It's nice. You know, I pulled out the slides. You know, a little chilly, so I guess I put my socks on too, you know. And well, you know, I'll pack a hoodie, you know, in case, because I mean it gets windy. You know, I want to be that person. I'm not saying I want my family to suffer, okay? But I want to be that person where people are like, oh, I'm so sad. It's so cold. It's so dark outside. And I'm going to be like, look at the sunset. You see that palm tree? Damn. I got shorts on. Damn. That's a nice life. Like, could you? I don't get it. Like, granted, I used to yell at commercials that were like, go to the Bahamas for your vacation. Are you sad and depressed? go to the Bahamas. It's great here. Or visit California, where everyone is warm. And like, I used to be like, no, I want to go to New York. Because like, yeah, New York is great, okay? New York is great when it's not this temperature. I completely understand the commercials now. I was a stupid child. I love New York. I love New York so much. If there was a warm New York all the time, I'd take it. But there's not. There's not. I can't do it. You know, and I'm unhappy in other aspects too. So like, why am I gonna be cold? Unhappy because it's cold, and unhappy for other reasons. Why? Why? I know, like, people are gonna be like, well, you make a lot of connections in New York, and if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere, and it's not that cold, and it's not that bad, and you're only 20, and blah, 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 blah. You know, I just want to say, I'm only 20. I got a whole life to deal with bullshit. So how about I just go be happy right now? You know, I got a whole life where in a few years I'm going to have to worry about health insurance. I'm going to have to worry about how I'm going to pay all my bills. I'm going to have to worry about everything. And you know, maybe longer down the line, I'm going to have to be like, these kids, how can I do this? But like, why don't I just be happy right now? Why don't I just be happy right now? Like, connections, I make connections. I talk to people. You know, I'm not like best friends with everybody I meet, but I talk to people. I reach out to people on Instagram. You know, I'm not saying like I am the social butterfly, but I'm also saying like I have connections. I've talked to people. People are cool. But like, awesome thing about talking to people, you can talk to people in any climate. Any climate. So like, I could talk to people here in the freezing tundra of New York, or I could talk to people in the warm, sunny beaches of wherever. You know what I mean? Like, just not feeling it. I can't do it. I can't. Like, I literally spend 90% of my time in my dorm. And it's only 90 because 5% is at work and 5% is in class. And I'm going to be honest, class and work are in the same building for me. So I'm literally in two different buildings 100% of the time. Like, there's like, okay, maybe 99%, because 1%, I do enjoy Yaya tea. I will not lie. I do enjoy Yaya tea. I should have bought. No, they're not going to be open by the time I get out of work. It's fine. It's fine. I do enjoy Yaya tea a lot. I like Yaya. So, I, you know, maybe 1% is at Yaya, but, you know, but yeah. I don't know. I'm just so frustrated. So frustrated. Sorry, I'm listening to the conversation outside. I don't know. I'm at a point where I'm like, I've learned most 90% after the semester. I've learned like 95% of like the technical skills that my school can teach me. And I'd rather go someplace that, yeah, maybe I'll be at a disadvantage in other ways, but I think overall I'd be a happier person. And like, SVA is a really great school. I will never say that it's not. But I said this over the summer to everyone I was giving a tour to about the different residence halls. Different things are right for different people. You know, with the residence halls, it was like, well, 23rd, it's great for incoming students because they're very, like, event, you know, heavy, and they want you to meet people. They want you to make friends, blah, 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 blah. And 24th Street is great because, you know, you don't have to deal with a whole suite. You just get one roommate and or two when you know, you have a kitchenette, and it just, and like it's a newer building and there's like older people, and like it honestly depends on what makes you happy. And SV is a great school, but I think that I've learned the things that I need to learn here, and I don't think that I made a mistake by coming here, because I made the right decision. I think that if I had never gone to SVA, that I wouldn't be where I am now. And I don't mean like Manhattan. I mean like personally, mentally, I don't think I'd be in the same place that I am now, and as mature as I am, or capable as I am. Um if I didn't come here. So I'm grateful for the school, but like I I don't think I could stay. Like, I mean, granted, like I'm not burning bridges. I wouldn't hate the world if I stayed next year, but I think that it would be in my best interest if I went to another school in a warmer climate. Warmer climate, um with a just different environment, because I'm so stressed, and like the only friends I have to hang out with like hang out till like 1 a.m. and I can't. Like, they're great people. They're really great people, but I can't do that. Like last night I went to sleep at like 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I woke up at 6, and I feel better doing that than I did. Like, it's only been a day, and I felt better at 4 p.m. waking up at 6 a.m. than I generally do when I wake up at like 8 and I have to be here at 10. Like, I just feel so much better. Um, so I don't know. Like, granted, like going to another school, that's probably like going to be more of a nightlife, but like I'm not happy during the day, so what's the point? You know, there's like events here, but they're not the events that like I really want to go to. You know, there's a lot of nice people here, really great people, but I need different people. I don't know. I don't know. Very stressed. Looking at different things all by myself. Very stressed. And I keep telling people I'm looking all by myself, and people are just like, okay, well, that's your decision. And I'm like, I understand it's my decision, but like, can you be like, I'm willing to help. I'm willing to look at it with you. Like, my mom's watching, but my mom is like, well, you made a commitment. And then she's like, I know you're stressed, but you gotta look at stuff. And it's like, can you help me? Like, can someone help me? Can I said this to my dad. Can people stop telling me that I need to research things? I dropped a class, okay? So I'm not even at 15 full credits, but I still have a week full of classes, a week full of work. I don't have time to breathe as it is. And now I'm trying to look at schools and nobody's fucking helping. And it's like, I can't do this all by myself. Like, I can't. I It's like, if people really wanted me to do what's best for me and for me to be happy, they wouldn't sit there and be like, well, you need to make the decision. They would help me. They would be like, well, you know, if you want, I can look at this school with you. Or if you want, you know, when you get some information together, I can look over it with you. Or I'll help you get some information or something. But everyone is just like, well, no one can make that decision for you. And it's like, I'm not asking anyone to make a decision for me. I'm asking for some fucking help. Sorry. Got kind of sad. It's just all I've been thinking about. Everything I've been thinking about. I mean, it's so bad that, like, there's, like, a part of me that thinks I should just go back to Jersey. And I don't mean, like, just live at home. I think, like, there's a part of me that's like, well, why don't you apply for Rowan? And, like, my cousin goes to Rowan, so. But, like, Rowan is everyone that I ever tried to get away from. everyone that I try to get away from. Everyone, like, it's not like my entire high school is just Rowan University, but like everyone that I try to get away from, everyone that made me so unhappy. Granted, I'm a different person now. I'm me. I'm B now. But the fact that I'm at a point where I'm considering going to the place that made me the most unhappy I've ever been in my life, that's not good. The fact that I'm at a point where I just don't want to go to class. I haven't felt that way since high school. In high school, I didn't go to school. I missed 60 days my senior year. 60 days. And I feel that way now. I don't want to be here. I miss my cousin. I miss my family. My dogs. But I miss being happy. And I miss feeling motivated. And not just to make myself better, but motivated to be productive and learn. And like, everyone's just kind of like, well, that's your thing to deal with. And it's like, I guess you don't care about me then. If you're just like, well, it's not my problem, so good luck. That's like, you don't care. How can you care about someone and then when they're going through something really hard, you're just like, oh, not my problem. Like, are you serious? Like, what's also hard is when I graduated from high school, I graduated late. And no one at the time, including myself, thought college was something for me. Like, my counselor was like, ooh, you should look at community college. And I was like, I'm not staying here. I'm not doing it. And I didn't look at all. And I barely graduated. I graduated in the summer. I didn't graduate on time. So, like, I didn't have any help. I didn't have any help at all. I took a gap year. And then I looked at 2 schools. I was committed to one. The only reason I looked at this one is because of my cousin. And I don't know how to do this college stuff. No one ever helped me before. So, I'm like at a complete loss. And my parents aren't going to like that I'm saying this. But neither of my parents went to college. And like, blah, 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 blah. They took classes. You know what? There are people in high school that have taken college classes. Okay? That's not going to college. And that frustrates me a lot. It's not my dad. I love you, Ma. But the fact that you're like, well, I took college classes. Well, you don't have a degree. My mom is a nurse. She's very good at her job. She thinks a nursing degree is bullshit. And I think that she thinks that because she can't get one. You have a certificate. And you're qualified for your job. But you talk down on an education that you think I should get. You think that I need a degree. But then when they're nurses getting a degree, you say that it's bullshit. And you can't pick and choose that. A degree is a degree. So you get to pick yes or no. You support it or you don't. You know, just because there are people who are doing work that you think is stupid, but they're putting in more work than you did to get someplace where you are now, doesn't make them wrong. I just get frustrated. My mom is like, BS nursing. A BS of nursing. It's a Bachelor of Science. She's like, you know what that means? bullshit nursing. And it's like, yeah, okay. And you can't get past where you are because you won't get one. She's more than qualified. I just want you to know my mom is a very smart woman. She just doesn't want to do it. My mom is the most stubborn woman that I've ever met. Most stubborn. Okay? There is no one that can beat my mom in being stubborn. Okay? If my mom says that she's going to do something, that she wants to do something, she's going to do it. Okay? She's going to do it. Okay? That's great. That's admirable. But she doesn't want to get a degree that will not only secure her job, but will put her in advantage because of her experience and a backing behind it. But she won't do it because she can't. It's too hard and she doesn't want to do it. And so my mom doesn't have a degree. My dad doesn't have one either. My dad went into the service. Admirable. Went into the service. Doesn't have a degree. My mom doesn't have a degree. I'm an only child, and thinking to all my first cousins with the information I know, all my first cousins and everybody going back to my grandma and grandpa on both sides, there are only 2 people that I can think of. I could be wrong, but there's only 2 people that actually have degrees in my family. 2. 1, 2. And no one can help me with this college stuff because no one gets it. No one gets it. My cousin gets it, but he's got his own shit to deal with, and he doesn't understand because he's a guy that did really well in high school, and he's from a small town, so he just wants to do well again. He wants to stay in a safe place, and he doesn't want to take a leap of faith. And I just want to be happy, and I'm willing to do what it takes for that. But no one is helping me. And it's just so frustrating. It's frustrating that I have to sit on the phone with my girlfriend and cry my eyes out, and she can't help either. It's frustrating that I sit on the phone and I cry at all because of this stuff. It's bullshit that I have to cry in any way, at any time, at all for this stuff. That I'm at a point where I'm so stressed and I'm so unhappy that all I want to do is cry about this. Because no one's helping me. And I'm on my own. And yeah, my dad says he'll help. My mom says she'll help. I love both of my parents. And no matter how stubborn both of them are, because I'm stubborn too, and it usually happens when they're both stubborn. But no matter how stubborn both of my parents are, the one thing that they never do for me is get stubborn about something I ask. Now, I'm not saying my parents don't help me. They do. My dad was a giant help in high school. Was a giant help. My mom is giant help with medical stuff, I guess. I don't know. My mom is a big help, okay? My dad's a big help in some ways. I don't know why I said some ways. They have their good things and their bad things. I can't win here, but they're both stubborn. They both help me. But when I ask them, when I say it to them, will you help me? They don't follow through. And one parent is going to be like, well, you know your father. And the other parent's going to be like, well, your mother. And it's like, I don't care what you guys think about each other. I don't care. I know what I'm experiencing. I know that you guys say you'll do whatever you have to do for me if I don't ask. If you're like, well, I think this is right, then you'll do whatever you think you need to do. But when I ask for something, you guys sit on your hands. And I just feel so alone and helpless. And I ask for help. And I know I'm going to get a phone call after this. I'm expecting it. But I'm at work, okay? So please don't ruin my life. I'm not trying to make you guys feel bad or, feel like the worst parent or whatever. It's just that I need help. I need help with this college stuff. And I need help with this college stuff. And I'm tired of you guys saying that you'll help me. And it's not going to happen. I just can't. It's really hard to say that. It's really hard to say that because everybody knows that my parents, you guys do things for me all the time. You do. But you don't. If I ask you directly for something, it doesn't happen. And that's frustrating. I'm asking directly for help with the school stuff. And unless I start to fail out of classes, nothing is going to happen from anyone but me. And that's so disheartening to know that unless I start creating problems, nothing gets taken care of. I'm not crying. I have something in my eye. This is all just a lot. What's even worse, I'm an only child. My parents don't help me. I'm an only child trying to figure out college stuff. It's hard. But anyway, I know it's only 8:50, but I'm gonna go. Alright? I'll probably do the show at 7 next week. But okay. I love you. Have a nice night. I'll see you Mondays at 7. Bye.